Hello everyone, Opera Phoenix here and welcome to the archives. Bendy in the Dark Survival is filled with numerous characters that each had a critical role to play in the progression of the game. Here in the archives, you will learn a little bit more about them in a up-close and personal way. Feel free to explore. Alright, let's look at this. Oh, Bendy. Oh, this is kind of hard to see. Bendy, the iconic imp. Wow, okay. Bendy the iconic imp was redesigned for Dark Revival to stand out a bit from his traditional cartoon appearance. By giving him a suit and clothes, he poses some minor challenges, especially creating a face that sported the classic Bendy airy smile, but still managed to be heartwarming in the right conditions. He is a fan favorite, so his design had to be just right. During production, we originally envisioned Benny to talk with a series of cute squeaks to contrast the dark, low voice of Ink Demon, but this turned out to be distracting and the idea was scrapped pretty early on. Oh, so he would have gotten like a squeak voice. Right, let's see the Ink Demons. The Ink Demon. As the world of Dark Revival became more complex and established, we released the Ink Demon's design needed a complete rethink to match our new tone. Previous version of his appearance looked absolutely silly when placed in the world alongside the other characters. No amount of creepy music or screen effects could conceal how out of place he looked. The Ink Demon needed to look different than everything else in the world and show as natural progression of the Ink Demon's evolution as Wilson held the cycle in place. Oh, you can see how different he looks. Oh, and there's the end tape right there. Oh, Beast Bendy. Oh, there's a description for him. Returning from the climax of Dark Revival, Beast Bendy also revisited with the mindset of making him far more powerful and beast-like. Traditionally, in most horror games, they tend to build to a point where the main villain becomes a final form monster as a final boss. It's practically true. Our idea, what if you got to play as that final form instead? I actually like it. I wish they kind of put some, a bit more into it, but I am actually good. I'm actually satisfied with how it turned out. Alright, now the ink machine, designed by Thomas Connor of the Gent Corporation, stolen by the retrieved by Archgate, and once again reclaimed by Gent. The ink machine's next adventure is a mystery. Uh, so that's probably that's gonna lead up to the next game, hopefully. I'm not sure. Oh, Audrey. Audrey is a kind-hearted rogue with courage, determination, some flaws, and deep, dark past. To make our story work, we needed a newcomer to the cartoon studios world, and Audrey was a perfect fresh eye to help experience the adventures. From day one of production, we knew that if people didn't connect with Audrey by the end of the game itself would have be successful. Fortunately, she turned out to be quite memorable indeed and stands out from the others' members of the cast. Wilson. Cartoon. Oh, Wilson was a difficult character to balance. At first, the players are purposely led to believe he is the one-note character. Obviously, evil with a over-the-top villain personality, but as the story progresses, we see other sides of the characters and players become muddled with who this really is. In one draft, Wilson was written as a servant Arch, Nathan Arch Jr. as a separate character at the time, but the story made more sense when the two characters became one, eliminating a lot of needless narrative complexity. Oh, so there was supposed to be another person. Huh. I saw this now. Horror, too much dry air, not enough fish food. Is there something else over here then? No? Okay. Oh, let's see over here. Betty, a faithful maid among other things to Wilson. Betty was an important character to the story of like Revival as a film experiment and someone relatively new to the cartoon studio. She was able to give a somewhat different point of view on the state of the world. We have purposely left it unclear if Betty was in on Wilson's plot to harvest Audrey, or if she is just a bystander. Behind her mask, there are still answers to be found. Yeah, I wonder what's on her damn mask and why. Why is she? Where was she? The Okay, Joey Drew Memory, the man, the legend, the memory. Creating this version of Joey Drew was both an exciting and daunting process. It was clear that from the start that this Joey would be different from the original Bendy and Ignition game. This was a man this was a man with all the guilt from a past life, but without the experience to fully understand it. The real Joey Drew made many mistakes, but ultimately learned from them. This doesn't just this doesn't absolve him from his sins, but at the end of his life, he was able to help correct some of them and help fight the darkness he created. All right, some posters. Oh, the Cycle Breakers. Oh, Henry Stein, the original Cycle Breaker. Henry Steen is the ghost of a man who lost his purpose years ago. Once filled with finding a way to escape the tortures of the ink demon and finding his way home to his wife, Henry is now left with a cold reality of being a recreation of the person he thought he was, save as a special surprise for fans of the Benny and the Machine game. Henry was strictly omitted from all public discussions of the character during this entire production, which spanned several years, but Henry returned with a very satisfying face reveal. Oh, so pretty much these are just a recreation of Henry that left so long ago. Okay. Allison. Returning for another victory over the Ink Demon. Allison is always the voice of reason, a beacon of hope. Allison's design was carefully upgraded from the previous Bendy machine game to maintain her personality, but with more fidelity. The purpose of meeting Allison so early in the campaign was to introduce the player to a familiar face after the main introduction. At the start, Allison was able to serve as the motivating force for Audrey until the true plot kicked in later. Or now for Tom. Tom is Allison's silent protector and the only Boris clone involved in the main story. Where is Boris the Wolf? Rumors has it that during the event of the game, Boris experienced a dark survival story of its own. Oh, so is this like some version of Boris? Does that turn to his name? Consider his name Tom? I don't know. Okay. Alright, let's go and see what's Audrey. Oh, these are like the... Oh, we get to know Nathan Arch Sr. Nathan Arch Sr. was everything Joey Drew wasn't. He worked hard, built up from nothing, and never compromised his integrity. Joey had big dreams, but Nathan accomplished his own dreams. He and his wife, Tessa, raised his son with as much love and care as they could, despite Nathan's career pressures. Sadly, his son did not share Nathan's natural talent for business and enterprise. Oh. Audrey, the unknowing daughter of the animation pioneers. Audrey has blocked all the memories of her past after losing her father, but his role in her life was not over. A talented animator and artist had her skills, landed her a job at Archgates. Was it fate that led her to reunite with Joey Chu's machine, the machine of her birth, or was it planned? Wilson. Haunted by the impossible shadows of Nathan Arch, Wilson sought to achieve something that would make his father proud. But by luck, he stumbled upon the ink machine and was able to become the cartoon world's new master, holding the cycle in place. He continued to experiments that could not fully get realized until the ink demon was purged. However, unnaturally entering into and from the ink realm has taken a toll on Wilson's physical being, slowly robbing him of his health. Oh, okay. Ah, the Butcher Gangs. Her. Okay. Butcher Gang. Barely, Charlie, and Edger. Three original members of the Butcher Gang were formed from the ink machine. This is constructed by Alice and Angels for body parts and bound together to stay alive in sneak attacks on their prey. In Dark World, we meet an artificial fourth member of the gang, Carly, the Ghost Girl. Although when you begin to examine her closely, Carly appears to only be a shell with perhaps something inside. I don't like her looking at me. Oh, and her eyes doesn't. Oh, she must look. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Oh, this is all the same. Oh, look, Porter. As the cycle was held in place, and with the influence of the ink demon held at the bay, the cartoon world was able to grow and advance, creating such characters as Porter, a lost one who came to claim a new identity as an explorer. Porter was written with the knowledge that the Dark Revival would feature a far more serious tone than the first game of Bendy and Ink's Mission, and his lighthearted innocence would help the player feel some warmth in this inky world of sorrow. It is believed that Ivy, I think that's how it's pronounced, has spent some time in the pit, a prison set up by Wilson and the Keeper. It is unclear why, but mostly likely she was able to access places she shouldn't have. The, the experience in the pit changed her, as it does many, reverting her into a childlike state, longing for happiness again. Oh, right. Oh, Sammy. Oh, and there's more over here. Okay. Sammy Lawrence, the famous composer of the studio. Sammy Lawrence, the famous music composer of the studio. Sammy Lawrence originally had a slightly larger role in the story of the Dark Revival, but in a story already filled with so many characters, making them all play a meaningful part became a challenge. He was ultimately sidelined in favor of telling a more comprehensive storyline, although it is interesting to note that Sammy Lawrence appears to have mastered the flow ability in bending the ink machine long before Porgy and Autry could weld it. Oh, so that's how he did it. I guess that's why in the previous game we didn't see him. Alright. Oh, okay. Amok. Lord Amok, ruler of the Seward cult. Lord Amok illustrates how the world of the ink had continued to develop in different societies deep within the dark places. Though he was weak in a fight, obviously, I just defeated him just, I don't know. His name will simply never die. Well, I forgot about him. Alice Angel. Oh, look, they upgraded her so much. The self-appointed queen of the studio, Alice Angel is one of the most memorable faces in Bendy world. Forever lost to in a tide of insanity, she is an absolute delight for as a to write for as a character. An angel with many layers, time will only tell if this inky temptress will ever reappear. Oh, and now we're here with these three. I've never seen this one. Oh, let's go. King Widow. Ink widows have begun to infest where the light grows darkest. Yeah. King Widow. Ink widows have begun to infest where the light grows darkest. That doesn't make no sense. I guess I don't know. The king, the biggest, most feared, will only emerge from his nest when its young are threat. Oh, okay. But I wonder who was this supposed to be? Like, there's supposed to be a soul, but okay. Before we go with this guy, let's see this. Okay, Lurker, or Steve as he became to be known, was originally created as a type enemy that would free roam the way lost ones do, but ultimately felt unnecessary as the random ink demon encounters already. Yeah, the Lurker, or Steve, as he became to be known, was originally created by as a brute type enemy that would freely roam the way lost ones do, but ultimately felt unnecessary the roam as the random ink demon encounters already fulfilled the role of putting in the player on edge while exploring previous traverse locations. Yeah. In the end, the Lurker found a much better calling as an unlucky ally, effectively expanding him into more than just a typical enemy. Did I miss him or something? Yeah, it was kind of weird that uh when I was fighting when I finished the game, it just came out of nowhere with bombs. Weird. All right, now Shippahoy Dudley, the mental invention of Wilson, created to serve the dual purpose of dethroning the Ink Demon in the cartoon world, and also upstaging stories true in the eyes of Wilson's father, 18 Arch. Neither of these happen. Shippahoy Dudley is a mysterious sailor with his own eerie grin, similar to that of Bendy, along with his sidekick, Ackle the Crab. It is unknown just what kind of tune amateurs they would have had together. Oh, that's why he was a crab. Have crabby legs. Mm. Man, look at him. Oh my gosh. Looks way much terrifying than 18. Look at that face. Alright, let's go out and is that it? I think that seems to be it. Oh no, I missed someone. I missed someone. The keeper. Wilson, deadly guard, and scientists, they are perfect, but the keepers will get the job done, no matter the cost. They are responsible for presently keeping inside a smaller form, keeping his power sealed away, until Audrey came along and unknowingly changed the situation. The keepers were visually designed to reflect the dangers and evils of of the, the keepers were visually designed to reflect the dangers dangers and evils of the ink machine itself. Faceless being made of gears and wires with no sense of morality, order around like cattle. A creation living without purpose. Oh, alright. But yeah, that seems to be it. Thank you guys for watching. This pretty much is the end of Bendy and the Dark Revival. Hope you guys like the archives and knowing a bit more of the characters around Bendy and the Dark Revival. If you guys like this, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Anything you want, and I'll respond back to you instantly. Be sure to look at my other playlists and my channel. But if you're new to the channel, I have a lot of playlists of different games I have played, and we'll be playing the upcoming game, Bendy in the Cage. I think that's what it's called. But as always, I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.